Okay, so this class is a yin for spring class. So yin postures are essentially mostly ones where we hold stretches for a little bit longer. So we're going to do some stretches where we hold for short amounts of time, some stretches we hold for a bit longer. And in spring, we really benefit from stretching mostly down the sides of the body and some stretches into the hips as well. Okay, so we're going to start in this seated position and we'll get moving very, very soon. So come and sit comfortably. If you want to sit up on a bolster or a block, you can. And we're also actually going to need a little pillow or a cushion for this class as well. So you can grab something and use it in a little bit. Okay, so make sure you feel really comfortable. So hands can rest on the lap. And take a moment to roll your shoulders back. And then starting to really be aware of how you're breathing today. So just noticing whether your breathing feels fast or slow. And then maybe just noticing where you're breathing into. So quite often if we're really, really busy, our breathing is up in our chest. So see if you can start to now aim your breath a little bit deeper and slower into your body. So that as you breathe in through your nose, you can feel your stomach gently lift and expand. And as you breathe out, you can feel that stomach relax. And then again, breathing in through the nose, feel the breath travel down towards the stomach. And then breathing out to relax. Good. All right, then starting to move a little bit here. So we'll take the shoulders for a few rolls up, round, and back to get them nice and warm. Good. Just notice if there's any clicking or cracking here. And then with a couple of side stretches to begin with. So lots of stretching the sides of the body today. So we're going to take the right hand out to the side. Other arm's going to come up and over gently. If you take that hand in front of you, you're going to kind of sweep that hand around, place that to the ground, and the other arm up and over, and the same, reach it forward, and then to the ground. So one more time, left arm up and over, whichever one you want to do. Reach forward to the ground, other arm up and over, reach forwards, and then to the ground. So now as you reach one arm up and over, just hold it there for a second, and see if you can take a nice big breath into the side of your body, maybe where you feel a stretch. Good, and then we're going to take that hand down to the ground, other arm up and over. Again, wherever you feel a stretch, see if you can take a nice breath in and out of that stretch. Good, so hands are going to come onto the knees here. I'll just do this sideways. So we're going to start to inhale now as we lift the chest, look up a little bit. We're going to breathe out to round the spine, chin to chest. Again, inhaling to open, shoulders back. And then exhaling to round. Okay, so a few movements like this up and down, just really warming up the spine. Good, and then we're going to release the legs here. So feet are going to come forward in front of you. We're going to continue that sort of movement. So hands behind you on the floor. As you breathe in, hips lift all the way up nice and high. We're going to breathe out, the hips come down and hover off the ground. Again, breathe in, hips lift, hold at the top. And breathing out lower. So one more time there, hips lift all the way up nice and high. Good, brilliant. And then hips slowly to the ground. Let's focus back on the side of the body. So we're going to drop the knees down gently one way then the other. Good, nice. And then from there, as we drop the knees to the left, we're going to take the hips to lift up off the ground. Top arm lifts up as well, and try and feel a stretch in the side of your body. Good, and then slowly come down, knees the other way. Slowly lift the hips, lift the top arm, nice big side stretch. Good, one more time each way. So knees go to the left, hips lift, top arm lifts. Nice, slowly knees to the right, hips lift, and that top arm reaches up. Good, as you bring the hips down now, knees go to the left again. So we're going to walk the hands away over this left knee now. So we'll hold this stretch a lot longer later, but just see if you can ease into this left hip. Okay, so you don't even have to stay still at the moment. So you might even keep a little bit of a sway from side to side going to sort of massage into those muscles. And then we'll gently come up through the center, drop the knees the other way. And again, it doesn't have to be very far at all. Hands come over that knee. Maybe keep a little bit of a sort of swaying from side to side movement going, so that we're releasing into the hips there. Brilliant. So as we come into the center now, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So it's a little movement here to stretch into the inner thighs. So we're going to put the knees on the, we're going to put the elbows on the inside edge of the knees. And we're going to do a resistance stretch, okay? So I'm pushing my knees into my elbows the whole time. So I'm trying to resist. So we take a breath in. Then as you breathe out, I'm going to push my knees down, but I'm resisting. So my knees are fighting back against my elbows. This can get a nice big stretch in the inner thighs. So again, we're going to inhale, come up, and then breathe out to push down. Lovely, good. One more time when you're ready, come on up. And then slowly down. Good. All right, so we're going to come up and over onto our hands and knees now. So have the wrists just underneath the shoulders. And then just starting with some nice circular movements in the hips here. So we take the circles round a nice big circle one way. So really pushing out to the side of the mat maybe. And then gently circling back the other way. So before we hold our yin postures for a little bit longer, we're going to go through a gentle flow first to get the blood moving. So from here, we're going to tuck the toes underneath, and gently press the hips back into downward facing dog. So when we're here, we're going to give the legs a little stretch out. So one heel, then the other presses towards the ground. We're going to keep those fingers spread wide, keep the head really relaxed. And then gently walking forward to the front of the mat now. So we're going to forward fold together. So knees going to stay really soft. We're going to just slowly roll ourselves up to stand. So the head comes last. Good. Arms all the way up as well. And then we'll bend the knees and come down about halfway. Good. Again, breathing, hands all the way up. And then breathing out halfway. Good. So as we come all the way up now, we're going to hold the left wrist. Left leg crosses on top of the other one. And again, find a nice big side stretch. So in all these stretches today, when you're feeling them, see if you can direct your breathing there. So if you got that feeling of stretching your left ribs, just breathe into that space. And then hold the other wrist, other leg on top, up and over into your side stretch, and try and direct your breathing to where you feel that side stretch there. Nice, good. And then we'll release the hands. Okay, so first stretch we're going to hold for a little bit is a downward facing dog against the wall. So this is a really, really nice way to get a nice big stretch down the lungs and the ribs and the sides of the body. So we find a tiny little space at the wall. You don't need lots of space. Hands are going to go forward, so they're just at your shoulder distance. Okay, we're going to walk back. Really stick your hips out behind you. Bend your knees a little bit, and then push your bum back until you feel a stretch in the sides of your body, in your arms, and probably in your hamstrings a little bit as well. Okay, so as long as this feels okay, you're going to relax your head down, really push your hands into the wall so you can feel that stretch in your arms and your ribs. We're going to take 3 nice long breaths here. So nice big breath in through your nose. Big breath out, let the head relax. Good, again, nice big breath in, keep that bum pushing back. Nice big breath out. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Good, so we're going to walk the feet towards the wall again, nice and gently. Release the hands down. Good, bring the arms a little bit of shake there, and we'll go through a little flow now. So coming onto the mats, feet about hip widths apart. We'll take a nice big breath in, hands all the way up. We're going to breathe out, nice soft knees, as we forward fold all the way down. So from here, we're going to step the right foot back. We'll lower the knee to the ground. As you breathe in, hands coming all the way up. As you breathe out, big circle back. Now, as we lift the hands up here, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the head, really wide elbows, and then lift and open the chest. Good. Hands are going to come down just inside of where your foot is. So we're going to breathe in to come forward, stretch into the hips. As you breathe out, we're going to pull back and lift the toes to get a little hamstring stretch there. Again, breathing, coming forward. And then breathe out, coming back. Good. So as we come forward here, we're going to sweep that leg straight back behind you in the air, hands a little bit wider. So we're going to tap the leg now out to the side of your mat on the ground, and then we'll draw a big high arch up and over, slowly to the other side. Good. So a little bit of strength for the hips. Up and over to the left, tap the ground. Good. And then up and over to the right. Brilliant. One more time. Nice, strong hips here to the left. And then as we bring those toes to the right now, keep the foot there. Turn your head to look back behind and see if you can look at your foot. So you might get a nice stretch down the side of your body and your hips if you do that. Okay, then turn to face the front again. We're going to take that leg up and over out to the side, coming to the inner thighs. So hands are going to come forward in front of you. We're going to lift the chest, lift the tailbone, and then sink your hips back towards your back heel. Hopefully feel a bit of a stretch in your inner thigh. Now we did it 3 times. So we're going to come forward, lift the chest. Good, keep that chest open as you sink back. Good, nice. One more time there, forward. And then gently sinking back. Brilliant, nice. All right, so we're gonna bring that leg back behind you now. So we're gonna tuck the toes under. Coming into downward facing dog when you're ready. Good, so again, giving the legs another little stretch out, pressing the heels towards the ground. We're gonna take a nice deep bend of the knees, so you can step or you can jump to the front of your mat there. All the way up to stand, so we'll lift the hands. When we get to the top, we're going to hold that left elbow this time instead. Left leg, you can maybe cross it a bit further across, and then into a bigger side stretch. So coming over. Again, breathe into any space you can feel. And then other side, so we're going to hold the other elbow. Other leg crosses maybe a little bit further over, and then nice big side stretch. Good, and then we'll release the hands down. Well done. Okay, other side now. So big breath in, hands all the way up. We're gonna breathe out, forward fold all the way down. So fingertips down, left foot back. We're gonna lower the knee. So inhaling, hands all the way up. Good, breathing out, big circle back. One more time, all the way round. Good, and then again, we're gonna interlace the fingers behind the head, elbows wide, opening the chest. So really draw those elbows wide there. And then hands coming down on the inside edge of the foot. So we're going to breathe in now to come forward, stretching into the hips. And we'll breathe out to pull back, lift the toes, you come into the hamstring muscle. Again, inhaling forward. And then exhaling back. Good, so as we come forward here, we're going to sweep that leg straight back behind you in the air. So try and keep those elbows straight as we tap the leg out to the side of your body from the ground. And then we'll come up and over, tapping to the other side. Good. Again, up and over to the right, gentle tap. And then up and over to the left. Good. Try that one more time. Just keep the hips nice and strong to the right. Then we're going to take that leg to the left. We're going to leave the foot on the floor. Turn your head to look back to the toes. Okay, hopefully you feel a nice stretch again in your side of your body. And then turn to look forward. We're going to take the leg up and over out to the side. Hands come a little bit further forward in front of you. So we're going to inhale to lift the chest and then sink the hips back towards your back heel. Again, when you're ready, inhale forward. Exhaling back. Brilliant. One more time there, slowly forward. Good. And then gently back. Brilliant. All right, so as we come forward now, we're going to sweep the leg back behind you, tucking those toes under. And then into downward facing dog. Okay, so from here, we're going to step to the front of the mat and our forward fold. Nice and slowly up to stand. Hands reaching. Good, and then a couple of nice strong standing postures here. So we're going to take the feet wide apart here. Turning the toes outwards and a nice deep bend in the knees. Okay, so from here, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the head again. So if this is too much in the legs, so it's really burning, then just come up a bit straighter. See how you do. So fingers behind the head, elbows wide. We're going to slowly side bend one way, keeping the elbows wide so you feel the side stretch. And then gently through the center, side bend the other way, side stretch. Brilliant, good. So again, going slowly one way. Nice. And then slowly the other way. Okay, so for our last two, we're going to add on to the right. If you feel strong today, maybe extend your arms out now. You can use your core a lot more there. Good. Over the other way. Again, if you feel strong, extend the arms out there. Good. Really, really use your core. Going to one side, arms out. Good. Other side, arms out. Brilliant. Well done. To the center. Good. So release those legs a little bit. Woof. And then one more side stretch here. So right hand's going to slide down the outer leg. Other arm up and over. Nice big side stretch. Then let that arm come in a big circle. This arm's going to come down the other leg. Arm comes up and over, big side stretch. Good. One more time each side. One arm down one side leg. All the way around. Other arm comes up and over. Side stretching there. Fantastic, good. All right, so we're going to step to the front of the mat. Make our way towards the ground for some deeper stretches now. So inhaling, hands all the way up. Then exhaling gently forward fold all the way down. Okay, so you've got the option to add on some last strength for this last bit if you want. So maybe step back into a plank. You have your knees on or off the floor. We're going to do 3 little push-up movements just to keep the blood moving. So maybe bend the elbows, come down halfway, press, back up. See if you can do 2 more halfway, back up. 1 more time halfway. Good, and back up. Well done. So we're going to come into a wide knee child's pose now. So if you do have a cushion or a pillow or a bolster here, this is where you can start to use it. So if you're going to use it, we're going to take the knees wide, okay? Big toes touching together. Sink your hips back and then use your cushion or your bolster to lie your chest and your head on. So when we come into these deeper stretches, we can let the body really relax into them. So let your chest, let your head relax onto the bolster. And then with the breathing now, maybe start to focus on breathing towards your lower back. So that as you breathe in, you can feel your lower back start to expand gently. And as you breathe out, you can start to relax it. Good. Okay, so we're going to slowly come up to the center. So this first one, we're going to come to have the feet quite wide apart. And we're going to have your cushion or your bolster, whatever you have, just next to your left leg, okay, to alongside where your leg is. We're going to go into a side stretch here. So we're going to take your left arm, just kind of to slide down your left leg, making sure you can rest your hand or your arm on the bolster, okay? Then the other arm's going to come up. And just keep going till you feel a side stretch. The arm can be straight up, it could be alongside your ear, but just wait till you feel the stretch. Okay, I'm just going to hold this for a few moments here. So what you can do to make it a bit more relaxing, maybe even deeper stretch, is to bend that top elbow and actually hold this side of your head with it, the side closest to the floor. And your head gets to relax then. And you can get nice deep stretch down the side of your body. So if there's any twinge or any pain, you can always come out, which as long as you're getting a nice release and stretch here and stay. And so as you find this stretch, so obviously there's going to be a little bit of tension maybe around the shoulder where you're working, but see if you can relax all the muscles around your face. Really releasing the muscles around the lungs and the ribs. Good. 1 more moment here. And then we'll slowly come on up. Good. We're going to take that right hand to the ground next to you. Left arm up. Just go into a little side stretch here. Good. And then to the centre. All right, we're going to swap sides. Pop that cushion or whatever you have next to the other leg. So I'm going to slide the hand down, making sure your hand or your arm can rest on the bolster or the cushion. Other arm comes up until you feel a side stretch. And again, it doesn't have to be massive at all. And again, you can put the hand under side of your head to hold your head. And the weight of your head might create a bit of a deeper stretch. Keep that breathing nice and slow. As you breathe here, see if you can relax the muscles around the jaw and around the eyes as well. And 1 more moment. Good, and we're going to slowly come on. All right, place that left hand to the ground, other arm up and over, big side stretch. And then releasing down, good. Okay, so the next one, the last one, we're going to use the cushion or the bolster for. So you put it to one side of your body, have your knees bent round one way. So I basically got it next to my hip, okay? My legs are scooted round to the side. This is a really nice stretch for the side of the body here to open out the lungs and the ribs. So we're going to take the left arm up slowly. We're going to lie on our side across the cushion or across the bolster. Then the top arm's going to come up and reach. So eventually we're trying to bring our hands together or near each other. So your arms are alongside your ears. Good. If you want a deeper stretch, you can take your top leg and just stretch it out straight. Okay, you can even slide it back slightly. That can give you a nice stretch in your hip flexors as well. So we're going to be here for 1 minute in this posture. So again, this is a really nice time to bring a bit of mindfulness into it as well. So if you notice your mind is wandering off or thinking about all sorts of things that are not useful right now, just bring it back to being aware of your breathing and being aware of the sensation in the stretch. So just noticing if there's any parts of your body you could relax a little bit. So No need to hold on around the eyebrows or the jaw. Good. 2 more breaths here. Okay, and we're going to place one hand flat to the ground. Slowly bring yourself up into that seated position. Good, nice. And from there, we're going to flip the feet around the other side. So bolster goes the other way. Okay, and from there, we're going to take that right arm slowly up. So reaching, reaching, reaching. Take the side of your body across the bolster. With a cushion, whatever you've got there, or a pillow. So when you're across, that top arm's going to reach up and over. So we're trying to bring the hands near each other or together. So they're alongside your ears. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can just stretch that top leg away from you. Keep breathing slowly in and out through the nose. Good. Maybe seeing how many breaths your mind can focus on before it gets distracted. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 5. Good. One more moment here. And again, we're going to bring a hand flat to the ground, slowly bring yourself on up. Good, really well done. All right, so we're going to slide the cushion on the bolster out of the way now, so we're done with that, unless you want to use it when we relax. So coming into the hips now, so we're going to take the knees again round to one side, and this time coming into a 90-90 stretch. So we're going to take one leg out, so it looks like it's at a right angle, other leg behind you. We're going to bring those hands forward, and then keep walking your hands forward until you feel a stretch in your hips, okay? You can go right the way down to your elbows if you're able to, or you can step on your hands. We're going to be here for about half a minute. But every time that you exhale, see if you can sink a little tiny bit deeper. Good. A few more breaths here. See if you can even walk your hands further forward or come a little bit lower down maybe. Brilliant. All right, then slowly, slowly coming up. We're going to flip the knees through the center to the other side. Again, try and have the legs sort of at a right angle. We're going to walk those hands over that front shin. And again, about half a minute here. So come as low as you want to come. Quite normal for each side of the body to feel a little bit different. Good. 2 more nice long breaths in this position. Brilliant. All right, so I'm going to come up to the center. Okay, so final stretch now. We're going to bring the feet together again, but this time they're going to be further away from what they were earlier. So last time they were quite close. Now bring them right the way away. So it's more like a diamond shape in the legs. We're going to forward fold here and really let that head relax. So again, here for 1 minute. So when we hold stretches for a little bit longer, we can get a lot deeper into the tissue. So quite often if we're having a little stretch after you've exercised or something, hold it for about a second before we move on to something else. So when we spend time to do this, we really make it quite a big difference. So just coming into about the last 20 seconds here to see if you can relax your jaw muscles, relaxing around your eyes as much as you can. Good. All right, and slowly rolling yourself up. So you're going to come down onto your back when you feel ready. So side stretching on the ground. So when we're on the back, we're going to stretch the legs away from you straight, arms alongside the ears. We're going to grab the left wrist and pull the arms over to the right. Then take your legs over to the right as well. To make like a crescent shape. You can even cross the left ankle on top as well, deeper stretch. And just take one big breath in now, right into the side of your body, that whole left side of the ribs. Good, nice. Over to the other side, hold that right wrist, move the arms nose the other way. Maybe cross the right ankle on top. Feel that stretch, so nice, big breath in and out this side. Brilliant, good. And then into the center. Okay, so come find a comfortable position. So for a couple of moments here, I'm just going to focus on a few breathing techniques just to really bring the body into relaxed state. So you can just pop your knees on top of your cushion if you want, your back, or just let your legs go out straight. If it's comfortable to do so, you might place your hands on your stomach as well, so you can really aim your breath there. What we're going to do now is do an extended exhale. So we're going to be breathing in for about 5 seconds and exhaling for 7. And when we exhale for a bit longer, this can really relax the body. So when you are ready, together, we'll take a nice, long, slow breath in for 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last time. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, from there, let your breathing return to a natural rhythm. Maybe just finishing by taking a nice big breath in through your nose and holding it for a second at the top. And then letting all the breath go. Okay, so starting to move into the space again, so having a nice big stretch, you're moving the hands and feet. We'll come to roll over to one side. And then we'll keep your eyes closed just for a moment as we come up into a seated position. Good. Okay, so just perhaps taking a second to notice if there's any difference in how you feel, maybe a bit more relaxed, maybe a bit loose in your body. And if you feel that, see if you can take it with you today. So bring the hands together, just going to rub the palms together to wake the body up. Interlacing the fingers, nice big breath in, so the hands push up. Good, and then breathing out, relaxing the hands down. Good, well done for today.